Tony D with a screenwriter's rant on Deadland. Nah, it's not a zombie movie. It's a movie that appears to be about a border patrol group of guys who cover up a murder, but maybe the guy keeps coming back. So maybe it is a zombie movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This guy accidentally is killed, I think, in a confrontation with the Border Patrol guys. Or maybe they're just local cops near the border. I don't know. And then he just keeps coming back. No matter what they do, he keeps coming back. Written by Jazz Shelton and Lance Larson. Directed by Lance Larson. Don't know any of the actors, with Manuel Uriza and Chris Mulkey, who I guess are the bigger names, possibly these two guys, because they're the internal investigations looking for some guy that was killed. So it's a little tough to discern if this is supernatural or not. I think it is. They keep seeing him. It may just be representative of his guilt. But one of his crew kills him in a confrontation in the hospital, and rather than report it, I don't know why they wouldn't report it, they're cops, they could just lie on the report, but they decide instead to just bury him outside in the desert and pretend like he didn't exist. So that's probably the first act. Like, they bury this dude in the desert and say, well, nobody's ever going to find him and we'll just move on with our lives. Well, then, of course, IA, Internal Investigation, shows up. Is that Internal Investigation? That would be II. Anyhow, they show up, and they're investigating the disappearance of this guy, and at the same time, he keeps showing up. Why does he keep showing up? Is he some kind of vampire, or is he just seeing it in his mind? Is he dreaming, or is this real? I can't tell from the trailer. And that's kind of annoying. I'd like to know if it's real. Tell me if it's real or not. But he gets a call about the guy, and here he is standing there, and then he turns around and he's standing right behind him. Seems supernatural, but again, all these supernatural moments could be that he is hallucinating. Here he is deleting his file to cover up the crime. I mean, it could be good. I just don't know if it's a supernatural movie or not. So my best guess is yes, it probably is. So first act, he's a border patrol guy, I guess, or a cop. They get this call, goes down there, the guy's there, he's out of it, takes him into the hospital to be checked out. Leaves him there, and then later they're going to transport him to like the jail or something, or maybe an immigrant detention center. They can't find any info on him, or maybe they do, and he's wanted for a crime. So he sends in two of the other guys to go transfer him, and he's got a gun. One of the women ends up killing him. Instead of just reporting it, they decide to bury him in the desert for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because it's a bad kill. They can't prove it otherwise, and nobody else is there, or something like that. So they go out in the desert and they bury him. But he keeps coming back. So he keeps seeing him, and then I guess he actually appears, and then they're like, I don't know, they kill him again and bury him again. Or they go back into the desert and find the hole empty. I'm not sure. And then at the end, is it in his head or is it real? I guess it's real. In the end, they have to kill him, and they have to come up with a way to kill him. I don't know. He doesn't talk. So, not really a good trailer. I'd like to know more, but yeah, there's nothing here. So, I mean, it looks fine. Looks like it would be watchable, but I definitely am not going to the movies for this. Would I watch it on Netflix? Maybe, as long as I didn't have to pay for it. Sure. It's a pretty low bar, though. It looks okay up to a point. But you're going to have to resolve this somehow. And unless the guy's a vampire or some kind of supernatural creature, you have some mind blowing ending of why you keep seeing him. You know, it's really hard to end a movie like this when you just, that's your only hook. You know, he just keeps coming back. Why? That's what we're going to ask. And you can't jerk us around on that. You can't come to the end of the movie and say, well, we'll never know why. Oh, no. That dog don't hunt. So, what's the explanation? I mean, you could have a sci-fi explanation, right? Every time you shoot him, he comes back to life for some reason. I don't think that's it. I think it's a supernatural reason because it's called Deadland and it seemed kind of creepy. So, in a supernatural reason, I don't know, he was already dead and they keep killing a dead man and he's probably maybe he's a ghost and then in the end they have to solve his original murder so he'll be at rest. That would be creepy yet a cool ending, right? They eventually realize, well, we can't kill him because he's a haunted soul, but if we solve his murder, he'll leave us alone. Okay, I could be down for that, but I'm not sure. It says haunting and enigmatic. It will linger with you. It will if you just... This guy I've seen before. He always plays a cowboy. It will if you give me some esoteric ending like that. I want an ending where I know what happened. I don't sit in movies for 90 minutes to 2 hours to have you go, we'll never know. I didn't pay $14 or whatever to have you not give me an ending. So give me some kind of ending. Has to be something. Something has to happen. And I think you're dancing around the hook a little bit. You should give us a little more in the trailer too. Do you want people to see this movie or not? Do you want people to see a movie? Like, you get some creative people get so caught up in their own BS, they won't tell you what the hell their thing is. They won't just tell you. You have to tell people. People are thick. And they've got things to do, and they're busy, and they kind of half listen to you. You need to give them something to hang their hat on and go, okay, I'll see that movie, or no, that's not for me. One or the other. You know, look, I pitch the Pineys all day long. Sometimes people just say, I'm not really into horror, so no thanks. Even horror comedy. It's fine. Most people say, oh, Jersey Devil, I might check that out. So you got to give me something. Like, if this is a supernatural movie, tell me. Don't dance around it. Say, this guy keeps coming back from the dead. Like, give us a line in a movie like that. This guy is dead. He can't keep coming back. I mean, they have one line like that. It's kind of not enough. Because, again, he could be hallucinating this. Like, we need a line like that, too. Like, I'm not hallucinating. I saw him come out of the ground. Or have him come out of the ground or whatever. I don't know. It looks a little low budget, so maybe that's why I would give it a chance. It looks good. It looks well done, I'll say that, but your payoff better be good. You better be good or I'd be upset. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, somewhere in the house. Thanks to all who came out to the Crosswicks Library at Crosswicks, New Jersey, and their very historic library. Pretty cool. Was a good night. I'll be at Wingate tomorrow. It's a senior living facility, so it's only for residents and their guests. So if you're in the Medford area and you know somebody who lives there or you live there yourself, I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.